welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it comes your way next.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. One game tonight, available in 195 different countries. Wherever you are, thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Oates, it's been a great first year in the booth with you, partner, and we've seen a lot. Great individual performances, dominating teams, stunning upsets. It all wraps up on the big stage in New Orleans. What are you going to be watching for in this one?
I think such a big factor of this game, Mike, is who handles the changes that come along with playing in the Super Bowl. Every NFL team all year, they want routine. They want consistency. The coaches and players preach that. Well, everything on Super Bowl Sunday, it just feels different. Pre-game feels different. Halftime feels different. The teams that are able to weather those changes the best typically come out and start the fastest and are able to really put themselves in position to call themselves Super Bowl champs.
That is brought in, and he will go all the way. Brian Thomas, touchdown Jacksonville. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. Oh man, what a start to this one, Greg. Right out of the gate, first play of the game, a big ball downfield for the touchdown.
I don't even think the fans have settled into their seats, Mike. I mean, you talk about a fast start. There was no settling into this one. This play caller wanted to attack early, and boy, did he ever.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. So the aggressiveness pays off right away, and just like that, the lead is 8-0. Following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback, first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is, it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. He'll get this close to the first down marker, taken down just shy at the 38.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown, you're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. That's fielded at the 7. but this turns out to be a solid return. They finally get him to the ground. The Jags offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. On 1st and 10, Lawrence going up top. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. Back to throw. Lawrence. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Lawrence now. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
Lawrence, he'll swing that out wide. And he's in for the 2-point conversion to make it 16-0.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Browns offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Watson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. Duvernay to return. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Brian Thomas now in the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lawrence. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. A big play here in the big game. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it.
A dive, and he's in! Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And make it 3 in the 1st. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited what the next 3 quarters have in store.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. And he finds his way to the end zone again. Scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend the lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense ready to take over once again. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Jaguars have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
This is exactly what you want to do as an offense as you take the field following what they call these sudden change situations. Your defense does a great job by taking the ball away. The opposing defense now is kind of slow getting on the field. So what do? You challenge them downfield. After that successful throw, the next step is you want to come away with points.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Brian Thomas, touchdown Jaguars. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. So what a start. You don't always get 3 possessions in the first quarter, let alone 3 TD passes in the opening frame. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Watson. This one caught by Akins. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. He'll manage only a couple. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
He'll let one go deep for Kirk. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line. A big play here in the big game. An even 40 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. Again, working deep downfield. And he'll take it on in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and they will not let up. He is into the end zone for 2 more. So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, it's the Jaguars on top. More from New Orleans after this. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. The ball comes out, but this is taken in by a teammate.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. Taking off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Jaguars have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And a deep hole gets even deeper. This has been one-sided right from the start, and this first half nightmare continues.
In a league, Mike, where we see so many close games and there's such parity, every now and then it just seems one team is just clearly dominant, clearly in control of the game, and so far in this first half, that's what's unfolding in front of us. We'll see if they can get back into it in the second half, but up until this point, this team is in complete control.
So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2. To throw is Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. And they continue to pour it on into the end zone, tack on 2 more points. Now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Watson to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. That's fielded at about the 18. Oh, yeah. And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they will not let up. He is into the end zone for 2 more. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. This team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Left side, he's got Njoku.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he's going to get the 1st down up past the 35-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He fumbled the football. The Jaguars have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Jaguars offense and Brian Thomas set to take over yet again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well.
And he's in. Christian Kirk, touchdown, Jacksonville. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. Kirk is the motion man. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Jaguars have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They go play action for Lawrence. He's going to try it here again.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone yet again. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action. Watson. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Second and a yard. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On first down, Lawrence. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. And he will score again. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Jacksonville. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his third touchdown of the night. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for two. And they continue to pour it on into the end zone, tack on 2 more points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Little now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. On first down, it's Watson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Jaguars have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That one taken in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. And that's his 5th touchdown catch of the game. That ties the NFL single game mark. Jerry Rice did it in 1990. Kellen Winslow Sr. 1981. Bob Shaw all the way back in 1950. They have company with the 5 touchdown reception game in this one. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
My stock, I still stack tall, you still can't trade me. Storms are minor, but you know she living major. When you flying up, this ain't no cables. Don't live what happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas. Morning time, we check the news, we make the pages.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes Ford on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Watson. That's taken in by Chubb. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Watson. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl, and apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Stage is set for a thrilling second half here in New Orleans. We're back underway at Super Bowl 59. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down. Returnable from the 17. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has given the folks who put together our highlight, Travis Etienne. And he will score. Travis Etienne, touchdown Jacksonville. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars stretch things out even further. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw is Watson. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Gonna bring this one back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, they gave him space to get started, and once he got started, they could not stop him for the punt return and the touchdown.
Well, Mike, what's that old saying? You can't outkick your coverage. Well, in this case, it turned out to be true. There was so much distance between the coverage unit and the returner that when he has all that field to work with and all that green grass, he is a tough tackle. And in this case, he's able to take it all the way for a touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Oh, all alone. That is caught by Njoku. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Foye Oluokun with the play.
The guard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Watson. Now a loose football. But he'll gather it back in. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Once again, it's Chubb. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Watson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The Browns getting their punting team out there. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. On first and 10, Lawrence. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in...
And he's into the end zone. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown. You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw is Watson. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Jaguars have it, and he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and the great return for the touchdown. Little on now for the extra point. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. 1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Watson to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Watson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Once again, it's ETN. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.